What? What? Hey, everybody, welcome back. We are checking in with you, trying some magnetic eyelashes for the first time. I have a bunch of different of the other, the adhesive eyelashes, but I can't seem to keep them on very long. I seem to react to the adhesive. So I just got these in the mail today, and I was like, well, let me try them on and give them a take. They are magnetic eyelashes, and so far so good. They're a little weird to get used to. These were the shortest ones, and they feel really long. So I may wear them this weekend. So we will give them a test run this afternoon and kind of go from there. But I figured I would go ahead and wear them while I check in with you all. This weekend, I'm going to the Penn State Whiteout. I want to record some of it for you all. I'm not good at doing the vlogging thing where you walk around and talk to your camera with everybody staring at you. I can't do that. But I will try to get moments from it and just include it in here. This will be my first whiteout. I graduated from Penn State in 2000, and they did not start doing the whiteout regularly until 2007, I think. I think the first one was like 2003, and it grew into a thing from there. Now, for those of you that don't know, Penn State did not come up with the whiteout. They actually took the idea from another team. Is it the Winnipeg Coyotes? Something like that. They are the originators of the whiteout, but Penn State has become known for it. And because of copyright, Penn State has permission to only do one whiteout a year. And so they pick one of their biggest games to be the whiteout. Hopefully it's at night and, all that kind of stuff. So that being said, we have some unofficial whiteouts. There'll be a call to wear white and all that kind of stuff. We just can't call them whiteouts. But this will be my first whiteout I've attended, and I'm a bit excited. I'm in the nosebleed section. You guys will get an idea of where I'm sitting, but I think for the whiteout, that's kind of where you want to be so you can see everything. You can see all of the crowd as well as the field. So we're going to do this and kind of go from there. I'm nervous for a couple of reasons. First, I'm nervous because we're playing Auburn. Auburn is a good team. We apparently, to everybody I've watched talk about the game, the two teams are very similar, similar strengths, similar weaknesses, all that kind of stuff. So we will see how it goes. I'm crossing my fingers that Penn State wins, though. I know we can win. It's whether we play smart or not. So we will see. But Auburn wanted us to do the whiteout for them, and they got it. So hopefully they like what they asked for. The other reason why I'm nervous, I don't like crowds. I didn't like crowds even before COVID. And so I'm selective with where I put myself into crowds. I don't like going to the beach when it's going to be crowded. I don't, I'd rather sit on the porch than go to a crowded beach. So I don't like crowds. And then with COVID, I'm not so much scared about getting COVID myself because I am vaccinated, but I still worry about getting it to somebody who's not vaccinated. And sure, those who choose not to get vaccinated, yeah, they're putting themselves at risk and it's their choice and blah, 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 blah. But there's also folks who they can't get the vaccination for medical reasons or, stuff like that, or not old enough. And so I do get nervous about that. So my family and I are going masked, even though it's an outdoor stadium. I'm going to have my blue and white mask cloth mask, but I'm also going to take I've got a construction mask, and I don't know if you can see, wait, let me point correctly. Right, that one right there is a construction mask from when they did my basement, and so it's an N95. But my construction masks that I had before I had my cloth masks, they are also N95. Both of them fit around the head rather than around the ears. So I may wear those instead anyhow. They're white, so they go with the white out. But so far, our plan is to go in masked up and kind of go from there. Both my dad and my stepmom are in the medical field, and so we try to be pretty careful about that kind of stuff. So, two fears. One is whether or not Penn State will win. I know we can win, it's just whether we play smart or not. And then also, I don't want to give the virus to somebody who's unvaccinated, and so a little bit of in, intimidation there. But I'm determined to have fun. It should be an exciting game, win or lose. It should be an exciting game. And from what I gather, it's the most anticipated game this week of all of the college football games. So there's going to be a lot of eyes on them. At any rate, I wanted to do a pre kind of thing. I still have to pack, and I need to do I got a few more housekeeping things to do. We've got to make sure the kitties are taken care of this weekend, go from there. But it's been a busy week at work too. So I know this is going up after I would get Breaking Bad up, but just in case I don't get it up, I apologize for not getting it up. Work has been busy and it's been hard to edit, so I haven't been able to edit ahead in order to have the Breaking Bad one up, and I don't know if I'll have time Friday evening to do it. So we will see. We will go from there. And are you going to miss me? What does my breath smell like? Dried cherries? So I'll be checking in with you guys along the way, sharing footage, and kind of go from there. So see you guys soon.
Hey y'all. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Just got back from the whiteout. Thought I would check in with everybody. I'm actually doing better than I was this morning, so that's the good thing. I just have to make sure I stay in certain levels, certain tones. As soon as I start to go up high, so went to the whiteout. We won. It was a long day. Started off with a double rainbow. We also had an almost full moon, and we were playing Auburn. So, interesting conditions. We had a Goodyear blimp, lots of pictures. Couldn't get a good picture of the moon or the Goodyear blimp, but trying to figure out what JoJo's doing. So, that's where things are at as far as the start of the game. It took, that was the longest it's ever taken me to get to my seat, the longest I've ever had to stand in line. It was my first whiteout. They started the whiteout after I graduated, and usually it's the most expensive game of the season, so usually I can't afford to go. But this year planned on it, and I was able to go. I originally was not sure I'd be able to find tickets that I could afford, but Nittany Nation turned me on to a fella that sent, sells them at cost, except for a donation, $40 donation to one of his four charities. He lists the charities and everything. I was nervous about it, but it worked out. Great guy. If anybody ever needs tickets and they're unable to get them from anywhere else, or you want to see if you can get them cheaper from him, let me know. I'll give you the info and go from there. But nice guy. and it seems pretty legit. So I got to my seat while the blue band was still playing. I think it was 7:27. The game started at 7:30. So the pregame show was still going on. They had just they had already formed the PSU and was just transitioning into the Lions. Oh God, I forget what the blue band calls it, but where they do the moving lions. So I got in there in time for the beginning of the game. I got to record the entrance. I cut off the beginning part of it. A lot of it's the traditional "We Will Rock You" and "I Can Feel It in the Air Tonight" and all those songs. I had 5 minutes worth of the entrance, so I've cut it down to when the team comes out. And then I was trying to get video of how loud the crowd was at different times. It was hard to catch sometimes, making sure I didn't skip anything. I got one of the touchdown plays. It was, I think, in the third quarter. It might have already been fourth quarter. I don't know exactly when it was. Anytime I tried to focus on the score in the quarter and everything, that was all blurry. So I wasn't able to do that very well. But got one of our touchdowns. So here's that. And I also got the very last play, the last 10 seconds of the game, when we got the ball from Auburn and sealed the deal. So everybody was very happy. I was actually amazed as the crowd was celebrating and everything. Every game, and I think all the schools do this, so this is nothing new, but after every home game, the team gathers in front of the blue band, and the whole stadium sings the alma mater. And back when I was in school, we sang, "We don't know the goddamn words." They also didn't have the screens either end that I remember. It was just the digital bulb scores, that you see at the high school games. That's what I remember. They might have had a camera televised screen on one end, but I don't think they did when I went, which I went my freshman year, which was 1996. So I think it was an old scoreboard system. I don't think it was these replay. We didn't have replays. I know that for a fact. So I don't think they had the screening the game and everything on the thing either. I think it was the old scoreboard system. So nowadays, when we sing the alma mater, it gives us the words. So those of us that may not have it memorized can still sing it appropriately, and not shame the university, which, I mean, that's part of the lyrics. But at any rate, so we always stay. There's always a good crowd that stays to sing it afterwards, but usually not a full stadium. Well, as you can see, there's a full stadium around for the alma mater.
As we celebrate our university and sing the Penn State Auburn.
So that was pretty impressive to me. That was the game. We're all happy. I was able to talk fine that night, Saturday night. This is Sunday. I woke up this morning and I only had 4.25 hours of sleep. I woke up because my throat was hurting so bad. Throughout the day, it's gotten a little bit better. I think part of that is talking with Dad the whole car ride, just sucking down smoothies and frozen hot chocolate. Sheets' frozen hot chocolate. My goodness, it's good. so, so I think that's helped. Plus, I had some hot tea with honey this morning. I think that helped. I stole a jar of Dad's honey so I can just eat spoonfuls of honey because hopefully I can talk for work tomorrow. Still waiting to see how that's going to work out. But I expect tomorrow morning it's going to be very rough again from where the vocal cords haven't been stretching at all. So we will see. I'm at the level of laryngitis that I cannot sing Kelly Clarkson, Billy Joel. I cannot sing Lady Gaga. but I can sing The Doors. I can sing Blondie. I can sing. Well, now I can't remember. Was I able to sing Billy Joel? I don't think I could sing Billy Joel. So there's some songs I could sing and some I couldn't. Yeah, that's the stage of laryngitis I'm at. As long as I don't try to get too excited. So I've always referred to this level of laryngitis as my sexy voice. So, at any rate, Purdy has missed me. She wants me to hold her. She doesn't understand why I haven't been here all weekend to hold her. So, at any rate, it was a fun time. I am going to go and get tested Wednesday just to be safe. I, I had really bad allergies Saturday night, today, all day Sunday. I don't know what's in the air that I'm reacting to, but about Saturday afternoon and on, well, Saturday when we got to the stadium, so it was actually early evening. Um, we started walking through the crowd, so I put my mask on and I did an N95 mask just to be super safe. Oh, lessons learned. I forgot all about this. So I can't wear adhesive eyelashes. I said that in another video. So I tried magnetic eyelashes. They will sweat off. They they were starting to fall off before the 5 minute mark in the first quarter. So I took them off and put them in my coat pocket. My coat that I never ended up wearing because it was so hot. I sweated throughout the entire game. Every once in a while we'd get a good breeze, but otherwise there was no breeze. It was just hot. And until we got out of the stadium, out away from the stadium, you couldn't get any breeze. So, so I did learn that. And Dad learned that if he ever wants to do a lap dance, he needs to play the song Pony by Genuine. That was on the playlist. So most I skipped a couple of songs because I knew he wouldn't like them at all, like Milkshake. All my all my shake brings the boys to the yard. My milkshake brings the boys to the yard, or you know that song. I don't know the words. Any rate, I skipped that one for him. I was like, he's not gonna like that one. I skipped another one that was a bit chaotic, and I started to skip Pony. I was like, no, 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 no. You need to hear this one in case you ever want to do a lap dance. So that was pretty much it for the ride. The ride back down was fairly smooth compared to the ride up. Dad yelled at me about my driving. I yelled at him about his driving. So, typical father-daughter ride in the car. So, yeah, that's about it. Never, never got my halls. Halls. Can you hear it? Hold on. So, for those that don't know, at one of the press conferences, I think it was the Wednesday press conference before the game, Franklin had said he promised to buy all the fans a throat lozenge if they would be as loud as they could be, and blah 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 blah. So he yelled out to the media. I think there were maybe it was the staff rather than the media because I think all of the media were by Zoom. But I think he said to the staff, he looked around and said, "What's a famous throat lozenge?" And somebody yelled out, "Halls." So it started from there. Halls responded, "We hear you, coach. Send us a message." He responded back, "Sent you a message. We haven't heard anything." To be fair, it was short notice, but this would be smart of Halls or one of the other companies to sponsor or be one of the sponsors for the whiteout each year. And we've suggested they need to put an official decibel meter in the stadium to measure it because people have got their Apple Watches and their apps on their phone, and that sort of thing. But if we ever want official readings, we need an official one. So my suggestion is to invest in a scientific decibel meter reader thingamabobber and put it on that camera that is on the guide system that looks like it's floating in the middle of the stadium. Put it on that and let's get an official decibel rating, because considering we're an open stadium for the most part, there's a little bit of overhang on the two ends, but otherwise it's an open stadium. It gets loud for an open stadium. There were about three times that my ears start to hurt. Weren't full on pain or anything, but started to hurt three times towards the end. So I asked Nittany Nation if anybody got any readings, and I had readings ranging from 108 that I had actual pictures of, 8 to 118 was the highest I saw, and that was off of a watch. Even has, oh, it has the week. I guess it measures it by the week, but it said maximum 118, exclamation mark, loud. So it gets loud. Somebody said that they heard that people in Belfont, which is 11 miles away from the stadium, give or take, and I'm assuming that's the center of Belfont, but the people in Belfont could hear the people yelling, roaring, roar. We got loud. So I didn't have any halls with me. I did, according to, sorry, I was trying to read the most recent. There's been more posts since I last looked, and ESPN is saying it was 117 at the highest for the game. So, yeah, depending on where you're at in the stadium, depends on how loud it was. Some people, one person posted theirs, which says that at some point during the night, the range was from 88 to 120. So at some point during the night of the game, it got to 120 decibels according to theirs. So that was an Apple Watch. I don't know how calibrated they are in that sort of thing. So that's why I'm saying officially. But Halls, if you're listening, or if any other throat lozenge company is smart enough to beat Halls to the punch, which I've got my bag of Halls. I've had this for about 2 years, I think. So I do have my Halls, and I will take some, and hopefully that will keep me working tomorrow. But hopefully, one of those companies thinks about being a sponsor for the Whiteout each year and takes advantage of the yelling crowd and actually looks into maybe even getting an official meter reader that's calibrated close to the middle of the stadium to get the best sound projection. So, at any rate, that was my experience. That was my game. The rest of you, hope you enjoyed this update and experience, and see y'all next time.